And what if I told you that even 2 meters away from this grenade, you can make it out alive? It's either me or war. And what do you think I choose? Yep, I'm not much of a sculptor. Thanks to the movie industry, hand grenades have gained a reputation of a super deadly and powerful weapon. Yeah, the main character throws a grenade in the crowd and everyone flies torn apart. Yeah guys, today we're going to talk about perhaps the most famous grenade in the world, the F-1. By the way, that's the one grenade that designers created the myth that this fragment travel 200 meters. F-1 grenades are primarily a defensive fragmentation grenade. Inside there is an explosive substance in form of 60 grams of TNT and the famous ribbed metal casing. This is a part of the reason why our people call it a lemon grenade. And why it's not entirely true, you'll find out next. The F-1 takes its origin from another grenade. It's called an F-1. And that's the French grenade that was developed in 1915. The French grenade gave rise to the mass-produced ribbed grenade body shape. The French F-1 actually means the Fusil numéro 1. What about the lemon grenade? Well, that's real history controversy. A lot of people think it looks like lemon, but it's not entirely true. Back in the day there were a shit ton of these pineapple grenades, and our soldiers, Russian soldiers, have loved the English grenades of the Captain Lemon design. By the way, during the First World War, its designers made this pineapple grenade this shape because they thought that it will explode in 290 heavy fragments. And what if I told you that even 2 meters away from this grenade, you can make it out alive? Look, I'm gonna throw an F-1 grenade, the fragments of which can travel up to 200 meters according to specs. We're going to check it because you see it's snowing and the ground is really good. That's gonna give us a very good estimate about the damage that F-1 can inflict. There is going to be a good indication of how many meters it flew. And we'll check if it's really 200 meters. By the way, this hangar is 50 meters long and 15 meters wide. That's a good distance. It's on! Look, backwards. That's my direction. Nothing flew here. That's where I got my precious slow-mo camera and more than one cameraman. The detonation site here is cracked the ground a bit and was pretty hot. There's debris flying in different directions under the snow. It's hard to assess the ceiling damage because I can't see really anything. It stayed the same as I see it. I watched the slow-mo from the GoPro, the phone and the main camera. Yep, it's beautiful, very local. So I think if you throw a grenade, you shouldn't be afraid of it killing you. Some info about the fuse for you, the UZRGM, with the universal igniter, hand grenade improved. After we pull the pin, the main release lever flies out, and what happens is that there is a spring inside which collapses and strikes the primer. The primer ignites a special pyrotechnic liquid which burns for 3 to 4 seconds, and then there is a detonation of the main detonator capsule, and the explosion occurs. All these numbers you see are 1, 3 and so on. A lot of people think it's 1 second, 3 seconds of delay. No, they're all the same, about 3 seconds. By the way, we are going to test this with 50 kilograms of ballistic gel, a homemade ballistic gelatin. I'm Russian, so that means the ballistic holodets. Well, when a grenade or landmine falls or it explodes, people always fall down. What does it tell you? During detonation, the fragments fly upwards. If you fall face down, you have a chance of survival. By the way, a little technique. You have to screw the grenade on the fuse so you won't damage the fuse. Because when you screw the fuse into the body of the grenade, you may accidentally... and something bad will surely happen. So I'm gonna throw this F-1 grenade into the same hole, and I placed my ballistic gelatin just like this, deliberately. And the main question, can it survive in this position? Right now, at high caliber mayhem.
Well.
There are all kinds of cinders.
Гарри.
Now, that is something you can definitely use. If you see the grenade falling, you should also fall down. I threw the grenade into this small crater, and look what happened. How many meters is that? Maybe 200? 1, 2. 2 meters. And you know what I'm telling you? There's not a single shard in that jail, even though it's only a few meters away, which is 2 meters at most. Watch this. 1, 2. You're going to say the snow is one to blame. Perhaps. Do you really think that snow can hold grenade fragments? That's almost the same velocity as an AK-47 bullet. So, 2 meters away from detonation, you can survive. Well, let's check how many seconds actually passed from the time the grenade is thrown. And is it possible for a human being to throw it back in that very short time? So you're inside a building, you get a grenade flying in, and you will have to able to throw it away in time. I'm in position, I don't anticipate at what point a grenade might fly in. This grenade hit us and went into the lower part of this room. I, on the other hand, was here at that point. So in fact, it's barely 3 meters from him to me. And if I had pressed down like that, I might have survived indoors along with the grenade. Because that's exactly what we have tested for you in this previous experiment. Well, and what if grenade rolls in freely, just like in the movies? Will I make it or not? And right here, by the way, if you're on guard and you're expecting it at any moment, and understandably the vector of shelling and possible grenade throwing, you can definitely handle it. It's been how many seconds exactly? 3.8, 3.9, 3.8, 3.9. So you were able to throw it back out. But well, it's only in the movies. Rolled up, you know, you can definitely see it. My advice is this: don't try to throw the grenade away. Either cover yourself with a mattress, or take cover behind the couch, or just lie down and take a rest. Well, we figured some things out. At 200 meters, you're definitely not going to get hurt, because the kill zone is 7 meters. And let's check another myth from the movie. Can you pull a pin with your teeth? Nah, boys, you're definitely going to see a dentist to do that. Sure, it can be done. Well, it can be done after all. The myth is confirmed. Gotcha. I thought 3 seconds would pass from the time I threw the grenade and it would explode. But no, it took longer than that. A second passed before the cock and liver bounced. And after 4 seconds and 12 milliseconds, the detonation occurred. Almost 5 seconds. Is that enough time to be able to throw the grenade into another room or outside? Alright, our meat jelly is fried up. Very crispy. I threw a grenade and it hit right underneath it. Feels like wounded, but not pierced through. Yep, and that's not a mistake. Though your injuries may not be fatal at all. Okay, let's get the first layer off. Let's see. Here I took off about 1.5 centimeters. Well, and our gel is extremely sad. Let's probably take all 5 centimeters off, because it's very deep cut, I can see. Yep, you can see even 5 centimeters chopped, and it's S4 shaped. A very good consistency. I mean, it will be so easy to compare it to anything, if you know what I mean. Let's see the inside, that's the shard. Here is falling out and we can see it. Big enough to inflict a mortal pain to whoever it hits. More fragments, see? There's another one. There's quite a lot of them, turns out, in this meat jelly. Alright, here's the shard. See, you can see the wound canal of the fragment. See, here they are going in. A little piece of a shrapnel. A bump inside. Up, open it up, and there we have it. The biggest shard I've ever found yet. It's probably 1 centimeter in diameter. One thing we should really point out is that we don't really know how much the snow and the ice really affect the experiment. See, there are many chunks in here. And well, of course, it's the snow layer. But basically it's just a porous water. It may have helped our gel in the first experiment. Ultimately, when there is a direct hit, there is no chance for either the gel or the human, generally speaking. First thing you should realize that F1 is quite exaggerated. All the myths are largely busted in today's program. Anyway, you've learned that you can survive within 2 meters of the F1. You know, I don't like when somebody stares at me like that. Especially you, cause you're a lousy kind of guy. But I think I'm gonna blow up another grenade. And that will be not the F1. And you should be able to guess what kind of grenade this is and write down in the comment section below. It's your high caliber mayhem. Stay tuned, it will get a lot better.